A very happy morning to all of you kids. Kids, today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is carbon and its compounds. Now, this chapter is a very unique chapter and very important also, from examination point of view also and from chemistry point of view also. So, the chapter that we are going to start will include all the properties of the carbon and will make us aware that how carbon is present around us, or how the carbon is able to make so much variety of compounds. So, to start with the compounds, firstly let us learn the occurrence of carbon. Now, carbon is found in atmosphere, inside the Earth's crust, and in all living organisms. It is present in almost every fuel like charcoal, coke, petroleum. These all are carbon compounds. Carbon is present in compounds like carbonates, hydrogen carbonates. We all have heard about bicarbonates. These all comprise of carbon. Then we also know that carbon is also present in the gaseous form in the form of carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. Now, these all are the combined states of the carbon. But it is not the end. Carbon is also found in the free state as diamond, graphite, and fullerenes. We will talk about these forms later on also in the chapter, as these are known as the allotropes of carbon. Okay, so carbon has three allotropes: diamond, graphite, and fullerenes. Okay, so next is bonding in carbon. That carbon has a unique property of bonding. Its bonding is not similar to the bonding that we have done in the previous chapters. It has a completely different bonding. So let us learn about it. Now, as we have done in the periodic properties chapter, that bonding depends on the number of valence electrons. So we need to discuss about valence electrons of carbon first. So the atomic number of carbon is 6 and its electronic configuration is 2, 4. Thus, it has 4 electrons in the valence shell. So to attain stability or to attain the next noble gas configuration, it either can gain 2 electron or it can lose 4 electron. But it cannot gain 4 electron because it will be difficult for the 6 protons to hold 10 electrons. Okay, students, and also it cannot lose 4 electrons because it needs a lot amount of energy to release 4 electrons. So what is the option that is left with carbon? So the option that is left with carbon is that it can share its 4 electrons and thus lead to the formation of a covalent bond. In this way, we used to say that carbon forms covalent bonds. Okay. So to move further, that how it forms a covalent bond, let us make the concept of covalent bond more clear. So how a covalent bond is formed? A covalent bond is always formed with the sharing of electrons, and the electrons which are involved in the sharing are valence electrons. Okay, the sharing of one pair of electrons lead to the formation of one single covalent bond, and if there are sharing of 2 electrons, then double covalent bond will be formed, and similarly if there are the sharing of 3 electrons, then triple bond will be formed. Okay, so let us have a look that how the sharing occurs. Now firstly I have taken the example of hydrogen molecule. Now in hydrogen molecule there are 2 hydrogen atoms, and hydrogen has 1 electron in its valence shell, and this hydrogen also has 1 electron in the valence shell. So both the hydrogen shares these valence electrons, and thus so in this way 1 electron pair is shared, so there is formation of one covalent bond. Okay, now let us move forward Like as we have discussed that if two electron pairs will be shared, then double bond will be formed. Now how is that possible? Like in the case of oxygen, oxygen has an atomic number of 8 and thus it has an electronic configuration of 2,6 and has 6 valence electron. Thus it needs 2 more electrons to attain stability. So each oxygen shares 2 electrons with the other oxygen. And now as 2 electron pairs are shared, so there is formation of double bond. Thus there is a formation of double bond in oxygen atoms. Okay, now let us talk about nitrogen molecule. Nitrogen has an atomic number of 7. Okay, thus it has an electronic configuration of 2,5 and hence it has 5 valence electrons. So it needs 3 electrons to gain stability or to have the nearest noble gas configuration. So 2 nitrogen atoms will share 3 electrons and thus there will be the sharing of 3 pair of electrons and thus a triple bond is formed between 2 nitrogen atoms. Okay, these structures that they have made, these are known as Lewis dot structures. And in these structures, we draw only the valence electrons. These structures we have already made in our previous chapter. Okay, so you are also aware of these structures. So in this way, we have done that how a single bond, a double bond and a triple bond is formed in covalent compounds. Okay, all these compounds which has covalent bond in them are known as covalent compounds, and carbon also has such type of bonding in its compounds. So here I have written some more examples like how hydrogen atom is formed, how hydrogen molecule is formed, how fluorine molecule is formed, how carbon dioxide molecule is formed, and how carbon tetrafluoride is formed. So in this way, the covalent bonding can occur in any of the compound which needs 1 or 2 or 3 electrons in the valence shell but is not favoring the loss or gain of these electrons. So such atoms, they usually form bond by sharing of electrons. Okay students, now these are the electron dot structures of some of the carbon compounds. Okay, electron dot structures which we have already made in case of ionic molecules. Now this is somehow different, so let us talk about it. Okay, now carbon has 4 electrons in its valence shell and hydrogen has 1 electron in its valence shell. So carbon will share its 4 electrons and each hydrogen atom will share its 1 electron. So in this way, carbon will share its 4 electrons with 4 hydrogen atoms. Okay, so in this way we can show it. And why there is a cross and a dot? Because we have to mark that yes, this the cross means the electron of carbon and hydrogen means the electron of dot means the electron of hydrogen. Okay, now here I have made the ethane molecule also. What is methane and what is ethane, how this is the formula, this all we will do in this chapter. So I hope that the concept of covalent bonding and the type of bonding in the covalent compounds or the carbon compound is clear with all of you. Okay students, next we will do in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.